Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Virgo for February 2025. Thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Virgo, thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Most of all, for showing up. Virgo, it took me a while to get to you. See, we have patience. We have the Hangman and the 10 of gifts. So being patient and changing the perspective, really focusing on what is right for you and what your path is, that you're going deeper in that sense, because you have that Temperance card with the Hangman, meaning there's two higher arcanas coming together, and that is Spirit guiding you. So you're really looking into what you know you need to do, and you're looking at how you're going about doing it. And here is where you are thinking of your future, you're thinking of your family, you're thinking of people who are close to you, thinking of what you want to do, how you want to go about doing it, and what you're prepared to put forward and into obtaining the goal that you want, because it is the 10, and this is where abundance comes in. And it's not just being handed something, it is the work that you've put in and the work that you're willing to put in to have what you know is coming to you in some cases, and for those of you who are not expecting but hoping in other cases that something is coming of the work that you've done. Being patient, and being patient yet again, is the theme for you for February. Here we have the moon. So full moon is coming up as I do this read. It's not on us yet, but it's not far away. And here's where we have that cycle being completed, and being that we see the 10 of gifts with the moon. Again, it is a completion of a cycle. It is also that deeper understanding and going inward, and having things being revealed, whether to you or you revealing to others. Again, patience is being called on or upon. Here we see the 6 of good cheer. So this would be the 6 of cups, relating to family, friends, people you love, what you love, and what you've done in the past concerning choices you've made. And some of us are going through endings, and some of us are going through completion. And endings and completion may sound the same, but it really depends on the perspective that you're looking in to what is ending in some cycles in your life and what is being completed. So it could be work that you are about to complete that will bring you that abundance. Or it could be that you are putting an end to relationships and it is being revealed. Again, you take it as it resonates. It's not everybody's going to get the same out of the meanings of these cards, and I don't know. All of a sudden, I just got this little heat wave, and the deck split again with the patience. Let's see where I put it. With the 2 of candles, because you want to change things, or things are being changed. If not, and when I say things, plans are being changed concerning where you want to go and what you want to do, and you will be victorious in making those changes. Virgo, what a mouthful I have for you. As I read today, the moon is in Gemini, so I'm not surprised that I'm feeling really chatty. I noticed it really early this morning when the moon shifted, so it was in the wee hours. There we go. So I'm using the Yuletide Tarot, same deck that I used for January, and moving into February with it. And of course, it's a 5-card spread. I'm also using the Seasons of the Witch Oracle. I know you can see it. I just want to give it a little more room here. Okay, for the cards. It's a 5-card spread. Cards are taken at random, and I start with the past. And here in the past, you have made a choice. So you're looking back on choices that you've made. Again, completion comes in here. Patience comes in here, because you're looking back on the choices that you've made and you're changing your perspective. And it's not about regretting what you've chosen. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You're using that know-how, you're using that logic that you worked with to make choices in order to propel yourself into the future by changing your perspective. So you're really focused on what you've done, and you're using that again. It's really calling upon past experience and choices that you've made that you want to propel yourself into 2025, starting with February, because you're building up your courage. You're using again that what you've done in the past to help you move forward and make certain choices and make an offer, in fact, because of what you've chosen. And then we have our 3 of candles. Now this would be the beginning of the month, so we're in there now. And what's coming up is the middle of the month. So again, looking forward to your future, looking to see what is coming your way, or looking to see how you can change accordingly to have certain things come in. Again, as I said, with the first part of the shuffling where those cards came out. Some of us it's a completion, and some of us it's endings. So we're looking at what we want to change in our future. And then we have our 4th card, which would be toward the end of the month. We have the Knight of Gifts. So plans that you've made, or plans that you've made in the past that you're reflecting on and making adjustments to coming up with by the middle of the month, you're settling on putting them down on paper, and not just putting them down on paper, you're moving forward with them. So it's like a confirmation at this point that yes, I want to go this way, I'm going to do it, and you're going to make the steps to move forward. And then of course the final card, why it's not balanced. Let's see. Sorry, Virgo, I just like them to fit. Okay, so we see the 7 of Gifts, and again this is for investments and what you've invested in and being patient. So you've had 3 cards to come out showing patience, and at the bottom of the deck we're looking at the Empress. So we're really working on what we want for the future. We've made up our minds, again making up your mind by this month, throughout and during this month. You're really going to set your heels in and decide, okay, this is what I want to do, this is where I'm going, and I'm doing what it takes. I'm putting the steps forward necessary because I know what I'm doing, because of what I've chosen, because I want to continue building my legacy, because that's what he's about, the Emperor, and having that sense and know-how, what needs to be done and the steps that need to be taken. We're looking at the Campress, so really paying attention to the fears and the uncertainty and any blockages that you may have had or feel like you're going through, again with the Hangman and the Temperance card, and now we have the 7 of Gifts. So being very patient and really honing in on what is patience. Really need to sit with that, because it's going to take time. If you're building your legacy, again with the 10 of Gifts there, or the 10 of Pentacles, certain changes that you know you need to make, it's going to happen slowly, and you must be patient. And that is probably where you're feeling that bucking and pushing and pulling, and the uncertainty and wanting things to move faster than for some of us. And I see that, and we see the Page of Candles. So wanting to step forward and really go. Again, we have the Queen of Candles with the Page. So yes, the impatience is there. It's sort of working against you in that sense, where you know what you want to step forward with your ideas. You're making certain changes, or you're planning for them, and then you're executing them. But if you move too quickly, it's not going to work in your favor, Virgo. You need to really pay attention to the speed that you want to move at, because again, the wands, they move very quickly, and you being an earth sign, it feels like a knee-jerk where you're thinking faster than you can move, and here you want to execute and you want to see the change happen. Now things are going to change, but Mars is still in retrograde, so no matter how fast you think you want to move, Saturn is going to slow you down. That's where the compass comes in. That wanting it and that insatiable desire. You want it to happen now. You can't. Face that. Hold back. Pay attention. Know that it is worth the wait, because you will get what you want in the end, and you will have a new beginning. But you're going to feel that push and pull if you're not already feeling it. And the changes that you think you want to execute and make happen, think about them a little more. Be a little patient. Be a little patient. A little more patient. Go back in memory of the choice that you made, and know that because you've made the choice, half the work is done, because you're learning from the choices that you made. And in some cases it is an ending of relationships for the shift that you're thinking, okay, I want to get away from this, I want to do. Yes, you want, but you must wait. Again, things are going to turn around in your favor. You will have a new beginning. If it is that you really want to put an end to something, you will have a new beginning coming. It is something that you will not regret, but there will be regrets on maybe the next person's part, if not yours. But if you move too quickly, you try to make changes come before they should, then there will be a sense of regret. But it's not to threaten you with this information, Virgo. It's more of a warning that things will happen in the right time. That is a given. The first three cards are the most important cards in this read. If you listen to nothing else, go back to what I said at the beginning, and then you can jump toward the end, because here it feels a little preachy with the way I'm getting the message. But it's about being patient, and I keep saying that. Okay, so let's take a look at the development, because now I'm curious as to why you have to be told to hold back, because usually it's okay, there we go. We're not wanting to face, and could be very delicate. Yes, it is. Again, it's the 7. So okay, now it's making a little more sense here. Patience, patience, patience. Again, we have the 7s, and we know 7s are not very easy to deal with, and you're probably going over things that happened in the past, or conversations that took place, and some of us are ending up a relationship, and we really just want to see it done and over, and let's just move on. I want to go. I can't wait. I don't want to be around this. I need to get out of here. Okay, I get that. If you jump too quickly, you will only land into another type relationship that you can't wait to get out of. Let's just look at it that way. Maybe that'll help you to simmer things down a little bit, the way your mind is working. If you don't complete the cycle correctly, Saturn's going to make you do it again. Just think of it like that. You're going to have to repeat certain lessons if you try to skip studying and jump forward into the exam and then realize, well, if you don't pass, it'll be because you didn't really study hard enough. Well, it's the same thing here. By mid-month, you're going to see that, okay, your part where you were concerned in this particular relationship that you want to get out of, or your part in how you dealt with the next person, and you're looking at completing a cycle and you're not sure if you're going to get a fair deal, because this does make up a Seven of Swords, and Seven of Swords is a betrayal, and some of us are thinking either that they are going to be betrayed, or they will be the one to betray. And you could be betraying yourself by jumping the gun, or jumping to conclusions, or again going into language, conversation that you're not thinking things out clearly. And again, Mars is in retrograde. I feel I have to remind us of that, because some of us don't really pay attention to planetary behavior, and this is where we really put our foot in our mouths, so to speak. We don't want to do that, Virgo, and we don't want to make the next person do it either. So here is where you could rise above, and again referring to the beginning of the shuffle with the Hangman position. This is where you take that step back and think about what it is you really want to say, about what is really took place, so help the next person to think about what they want to say before they share any ideas that they may be jumping the gun on. Again, this is either you or the next person. Now, I say you or the next person because it's always about you when I do this type of a read, but when I do the development of the cards, it is to show other people's effect on you. So someone may have disappointed you. You may have discovered that they have done something to betray a trust, that you had a pact with them in the past, and now you're thinking, well, I want to move away. I don't want to be with this person. But like I said, if you move too quickly, then you'll end up in another relationship where you will have to go through the same type of experience. And if some of you are already experiencing that, then now is the time to really sit back and take a look at what had happened in the past, your behavior, your choices, your language, the way you dealt with the situation or the person, and you're finding that you're repeating the same scenario in this relationship that now you want to get out of, for some. Learning the lessons is the main thing here. Learning the lessons from the experience that you had with the last person. And here we have the Five of Candles, or the Five of Wands. So we're looking at the Eight of Wands when we put these two together. And this is about long distance. This could be internet. This could be moving, leaving the scene. And in some cases, yes, the answer is yes. For some of you, you will move. You will walk away. You will have a communication at a distance. Or you may decide to work with the person differently. In other cases, again, taking on that sense of responsibility and facing what is the fear of, or that impulsiveness, or that insatiable desire to do or say or be with or have, again, that proposal, that innovation, that determination, that stubbornness, facing it and learning from the experience of the past, if you're repeating with someone else, because we did see the Six of Cups, where it could be someone from the past who's come back, who wants to come back. The communication has been, could be that that is what you're finding out, that the person that you were with was dealing with someone from their past and was done in secret online. That's for some. And having to face that and make new decisions, or make decisions concerning that type of a relationship, third party situation for some. Having it out, having an argument, it's going to come down to that, you know, where you really go through the details of it and you decide from there what it is you want to do, and you make an easy, clean break where you put things to an end, where you say, okay, you know what, because of we can't go on anymore, or because of I don't want to go on anymore. But you do that with a sense of diplomacy instead of going into that disrespect where you show the next person, or you belittle the next person, because again, it is going to come back to you. Everything that you put out there is going to come back to you. And we don't want to create regret, where we saw the Five of Cups. We don't want to create any regrets for the work that we've done, because it could create a sense of, again, the deck splits in three. Two of Candles. You see, it's going to create that sense of I need to change and I need to start over. And then what's going to happen? You're going to be on the edge of, am I going to end up in another relationship just like this one? Oh, I'm doomed to have relationships like this one because I just got out of that type of relationship, only to fall into another one. And there you are in that dilemma, that Two of Swords dilemma of should I, shouldn't I, and who do I trust? And I can't trust anybody with the Seven of Swords, and things are just going to start mushrooming out of control, Virgo. That's why I'm feeling that sense of that preachiness coming, where you need to relax, you need to take that step back, you need to look into perspective. It is because of choices that we make. This Child of Fool card here, again, we're choosing poorly and we're getting what we deserve because we're not being patient. Okay. Spirit just wants me to keep repeating that. I don't like repeating so much the same thing. Let's take another card here. And the Two of Wands comes back. Okay, so we're back with all the wands here. So we're going for the 5, for the 3 to make the 8, and then the 2 to make the 10. So for some of us who are really wanting to be done with a situation, a relationship, etc., you're getting it. You're getting to move away. Because it's a 10, and when we had another 10 of the 10 of gifts earlier, and for some of us who really want to end a relationship, well, you're going to see that pathway of moving off, moving away, going on your own by mid-February. For some of us, Valentine's is going to be a marker for that. And for others, it is you're changing plans. You're changing the way you deal with certain individuals. And you're becoming a little more diplomatic about the way you speak or the way you communicate your thoughts and ideas with them. And that is a good thing, Virgo, because you are being patient with yourself first, and then that will spill off into being patient with others. And here we see the Fool. The deck just split that way, to see that there is a new beginning. You want to make new plans. And for some of us, it is a reconciliation. For others, from the past. I mean, put it to your situation. Either you are dealing with someone from the past, or you're dealing with someone who's dealing with someone from the past. And then only you will know. But in that instance, it is a question of making that choice. Being patient, again, could be fire sign that you're dealing with. For some, could be just you're looking into the hangman perspective of things, and you're being patient with yourself, and you're waiting for the right moment with that Two of Swords here to make that decision to move forward. Again, it's all fire, so it's very passionate on some levels, where you know what you want, you know what you're about, and your plans are not being altered. You're moving forward. Again, take it as it resonates. Not everybody's going through a romantic breakup here. But your plans are moving forward, and you will have, let's see, Page of Good Cheer. So some of us are having that forgiveness. Some of us are looking for a new relationship. Some of us are just dealing with the disappointments that we've had. We're taking what is ours, and we're being patient with the next person. We're changing the way we deal with them, and we're coming out with a new beginning, and we're going on our own. We're being self-sufficient, either with other individuals, or we're going off on our own to be self-sufficient and take that stand and work through the ending of a situation, or developing more of a situation. Again, this is the end overall, so it's coming to a positive end where the Seven of Gifts is concerned. It's not that we're losing out on what we've invested in. We're actually having that new beginning and having enough to be self-sustaining. Again, taking that leadership position, being brought to a higher level where we work. In some cases, some of us may actually get a promotion, or we may be vying for that promotion, or we may be vying for opening up our own business. Again, facing the fear of doing it on your own, being by yourself. Again, ending up completing a cycle, leaving a situation where you are going to be on your own and you need to take care of yourself. You will be able to do so. Virgo, you're very busy for the month of February, but it's very prosperous. And again, it's invigorating to the point where you're really taking into consideration the next person, and how you affect them, or how they affect you, or how you affect each other, and what is the best route to take when you decide, here, I want to go on my own, and you have that deep understanding, and of course forgiveness. You want to break clean from a person that you've had very disappointing time with. You want to do it with a clean break, not carrying any baggage of suffering, where you because you're only going to carry it into the next relationship, and you don't want to do that. And that's where your wisdom is coming in. You want to stop having relationships that are dysfunctional, in other words. Okay, so we take a random card for Virgo for the seasons of the Witch, and here is the darkest hour. And again, it is very dark here. I haven't turned on any lights. The day is easing into the evening, and the darkest hour is the 9. So we're really facing that repetition of disappointments that we've had that experience with. Again, going round and around, that repetition of dysfunctional relationships, and being either seeing and experiencing abusing power, and we want something different, so we're planning and we're proposing new plans, new ideas, and really stepping into executing them. And again, with the plan here with the Knight is taking that step into executing the plan of going on your own, and having the guidance, that spiritual guidance, that wisdom from beyond, that hope, is because you went looking back. You're facing choices that you've made, and you come to realize that you need to stand on your own, and you need to face those fears and step away. And that is what the darkest hour is asking us here to look into, and be patient. Again with the patience, by mid-month, those changes that you want to see happen are going to take form. There in the void of thy darkness swells the shadows of the soul, swallowing the wickedness into the blackness of its wholeness. Accepting, and letting it go, and allowing the time to pass, and not jumping the gun, and really being able to speak your mind, and do it eloquently, and not with that aggressive, childish arguing. We're doing it with, where is it, the 5 here. That 5 of candles, the 5 of wands, being able to speak your mind, and express what you really want, and just know that Spirit is backing you up, because Spirit is backing you up, because you've gone through it, and you're going through the darkest hour. And again, some of us, it's about family. That first 3 cards, you go back there and you'll see what I mean. Thy love is present in the presence of thee, a comforting veil that warms the heart and hugs the soul. So finding solace in family, finding that connection with loved ones, and letting Spirit, see, Mother Mary is here to show that the effort, that sacrificing effort that you have put forward back in the past, is going to pay off in boons by the end of the month, Virgo, because you're doing things with that sense of patience, that it is a sacrifice where you want to run, but you don't run. You stand and face and take responsibility for whatever it is that you're feeling that you need to get away from. You stand and face it, and allow the time to pass. Let that darkest hour take its toll. Let it go through. If it is that you feel that you need to reach out to your highest powers, your faith, say prayers, etc., then that is what you will do, because Temperance is here to say that you are guided, and Spirit is helping you reach that place of solace, to get to where it is you feel you need to be. And again, you will be successful by the end of the month in that. And on that note, Virgo, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.